Card is at the bottom. Cassette disc position. Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War.
My team need definitely to hang up their sticks, bro.
Show them how the CIA does business.
You need to hang up your sticks, bro. I can't do that. You need to hang up your sticks, bro. You need to hang up your sticks hiding, bro. Ain't enough, bro. You hang up your sticks hiding like that, bro. Ain't enough. You need to hang up your sticks hiding like that, bro. You spawn right next to me, kid. That's where you get your kills. Cheap kills. You need to hang up your sticks, bro. Hiding like that, bro. Fuck you, kid. Don't suck my dick. How you get your kills? Cheap kills. How you get your kills? How you get cheap kills? You must get kills, kid. Cheap kills. I mean cheap kills, kid. How do you get kills? Cheap kills. Cheap kills, kid. That's why they don't win the game, because they got cheap kills. Really cheap kills. That's why they beat you. Cheap kills. Cheap kills, so they beat you. Players get so smart and all this shit. Cheap kills, get cheap kills. Cheap kills, really cheap. Get your kills, cheap kills. Cheap, cheap. Cheap kills, kid. You're cheap. No one can see you. Cheap kills. Really cheap kills, kid. Really cheap kills. I mean cheap kills. Really cheap kills, Chad. Really cheap kills. You cheap, kid. You overrated, kid. Well, cheap kills said they get their kills off. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Really cheap. So they got their kills. Kills, so they kill us. Kills. Cheap kills, chat. Cheap kills. You cheap, so they kill you. What cheap kills? I gotta get cheap kills, get my kills, get cheap kills. Cheap kills, so I kill you, cheap kills. You cheap. So I kill you, cheap kills, kid. Cheap kills, cheap kills. I gotta get cheap kills, get my kills, kid. Stand right there, you automatically kill. Cheap kills, say you caught up. I gotta get cheap kills, bitch. Cheap kills. Said I caught up. Cheap kills. Cheap kills, chat. They're cheap. Cheap kills. I mean cheap kills to get your kills, kid. To say you won. Say you won. Cheap kills. don't have to get cheap kills. Say I defeated you. Cheap kills. Cause I beat you. They got cheap kills, so they caught up. So they got cheap kills. I ain't gotta get cheap kills to get my kills. Get rid of cheap kills. So I beat you. Cheap kills. Repeat.
Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
You gotta get cheap kills. So I gotta kill. Get cheap kills. Cheap kills. Shit. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. So I beat you. Cheap kills. Cheap kills, shit. Cheap kills. They're cheap. Cheap kills. Cheap kills, shit. So they beat you. Cheap kills.
There's no
I really have to get cheap kills. Get my kills, kid. Cheap kills. Said I beat you. Cheap kills. Really cheap kills. Get your kills, kid. Sit there. Just sit there. No one can see you. Cheap kills, kid. I really have to get cheap kills to get my kills. To say I beat you. Cheap kills. Really cheap. Cheap kills. Say you beat me. Cheap kills. And no one can see you. Cheap kills, kid. You always be cheap in this game, kid. Cheap kills. Cheap kills and no one can see you. Cheap kills. And I mean cheap kills. This time I beat you. Cheap kills. I mean cheap kills, chat. Cheap kills. Really cheap kills to get their kills above. You keep spawning right on the objective. Cheap kills. You cheap, kid. And I mean deep from my heart. You cheap kills, kid. You're cheap kills. Cheap kills. Really cheap. This is your kills. Really cheap kills. Really cheap, chat. Really cheap. So they beat you. Really cheap kills. Really cheap kills. I ain't gotta get cheap kills to get my kills. Cheap kills. And I mean cheap kills. I mean cheap kills. So I beat you. Cheap kills, chat. I ain't gotta get cheap kills to get my kills. I really don't. Cheap kills. They're cheap, chat. Always be cheap in this game. Cheap kills. I have to get cheap kills to get my kills. Cheap kills. Really cheap. So you beat me. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Because the game keeps spawning you right in the objective. Cheap kills. I ain't gotta get cheap kills to get my kills, kid. I really don't have to get cheap kills. Really cheap. Cheap kills. You're cheap, kid. You're cheap and you're overrated, kid, because you get cheap kills. Really cheap. How you get your kills, kid? Really cheap. To say you won. Really cheap kills. And I mean deep from my heart. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. You
what
cheap,
the fuck
kid.
did I do? I'm just
You
playing
cheap
my
kills.
game. Like, what
You
the
cheap
fuck did I
kills.
do?
Get cheap kills, kid. All your team is cheap, bro. Cheap kills. Just get your kills. Cheap kills. And I mean cheap kills.
You're mad because I'm
Cheap
better
kills.
than you?
Cheap kills, kid. I really like to get cheap kills to get my kills. I really don't. Cheap kills. Just say I beat you. Cheap kills. Say I beat you. Cheap kills. I think I win this game because my team is absolute dog shit. Cheap kills. Team absolute dog shit. Trolling. Cheap dog shit. And I mean dog shit. I mean the heck your sticks, bro.
Seize the objectives.
Really cheap kills, chat. Get their kills up off. Really cheap.
Taking Bravo. Going ahead. Enemy SC. B locked down. Taking Charlie.
Cheap kills, chat. Cheap kills. Cheap. Cheap kid, cheap kills. Cheap kills. Look right ass dog. Cheap kills. Look at cheap ass kills. Cheap kills. Or a cheap ass player. Cheap kills.
Enemy took Bravo.
Cheap kills, chat.
This doesn't work.
Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Say you beat me. Cheap kills. Really cheap.
Shut the fuck up.
I want to get cheap kills. Get my kills, kid.
Taking B.
Say I beat you. I beat you, Jet. Cheap kills. Really cheap kills. Really cheap kills. Really cheap. So you beat me.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Really cheap kills, shit. You get they kill. Really cheap.
Securing Charlie. Losing B.
Throwing frag grenade. Combat boat going ballistic.
Really cheap kills, kid. Really cheap. Just get your kills and no one can't see you. Should have aimed down my sight. Really cheap, kid. Really cheap kills. Really cheap. You're cheap, kid. You're cheap, kid.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
You're fucking cheap, kid. I ain't gotta get cheap kills to get my kills, kid. I really don't.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Taking C.
I gotta get cheap kills to get my kills. Cheap kills.
Charlie locked down.
Really cheap. This whole lobby cheap.
Losing Bravo.
Cheap, bro.
Enemy has
Really
B.
cheap. You got beat. I ain't gotta get cheap kills to get my kills, kid. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Say I beat you. Cheap kills. Cheap. Cheap kills.
Securing B. Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Cheap kills, chat. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Say I beat you. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Really cheap. Really cheap kills, kid. Come on my face trying to kill me, kid. It's over behind me. You're a bitch, bro. Cheap kills. And I mean cheap
Taking
kills.
Alpha.
Cheap kills, chat.
Hostile care package inbound. Alpha secure. Maintain that momentum. Losing Charlie. Taking B.
I really gotta get cheap kills, kid.
We lost Charlie.
Cheap kills. Cheap kills.
Bravo secure. Hostile spy plane
I really have to get cheap kills to get my kills, kid. Cheap kills. Cheap kills.
Shut the fuck up.
Cheap
Suck a
kills,
dick.
kid. Sit in the horoscope, bitch. You sit in the fucking horoscope. You lame fuck.
Look at
You
this.
garbage. You
Look at
trash.
me. Look at me. Look at me, Grandpa. Look at me.
I really have to get
Look
cheap
at me.
kills to get my
Look.
kills, kid. Cheap kill. You're not in my face trying to kill me. You get rewarded by sitting there, bitch.
Hold up. Wait.
Fuck you.
3 down? Oh my god.
Switching sides.
Get off the fucking game. Stop getting mad.
Take the objectives. Securing C. C secure. We're in the lead. Enemy has Alpha. That's up. Gunship above. Taking Bravo.
I really have to get cheap kills, Seth. I got a gunship. Got a gunship, chat.
Hostile sentry turret active.
I really have to get cheap kills. Get my kills, kid. Cheap ass gunship. Cheap ass gun chip. Cheap ass gun chip. You cheap, kid. Always him on your side. Always him on your side, kid. Cheap ass gun chip. Cheap ass gun chip. How do you get a gun chip, Chad? Tell me. Cheap ass gun chip. You cheap, kid. You cheap, kid. You cheap. Cheap ass gun chip.
Securing Alpha.
Cheap ass gun chip. Killing the guy. Cheap ass gun. Cheap, kid. Cheap. Cheap ass gun chip. Cheap ass gun chip. Cheap ass gun chip.
Shut the fuck up.
Y'all cheap. Let's go lobby fucking cheap.
Multiple hostile sentry turrets working your
Whole lobby fucking cheap. Whole lobby fucking cheap.
Losing Charlie.
Whole lobby fucking cheap. Say they beat you. Whole lobby fucking cheap. Can't see the enemy. Whole lobby fucking cheap. Go cheap. You're cheap, kid. You're cheap. I use your kills. You're cheap. Kid.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't have to get cheap kills. Say I beat you. Cheap kills. Cheap.
Enemy took C.
Really cheap. Really cheap to get your kills. Really cheap.
Adler requesting spy plane on grid.
Taking Bravo.
I have to get cheap kills, kid. I really don't want to get cheap kills. I really don't.
Sentry turret established.
Securing
I have to get
Bravo.
cheap kills. Said I ain't good in this game. Cheap kills.
Hostile care package inbound.
Cheap kills. Cheap.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Fuck this flashbang, bitch.
Artillery targeting
There you
detected.
go, bro. Cheap kills.
Artillery inbound. B locked down. Securing Charlie.
Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Really cheap. Cheap kills, chat. They kills you. Cheap kills.
Losing
Cheap kills,
B.
chat. Cheap kills. Cheap. Cheap kills, chat. Cheap kills. Really cheap. You get that kills. Really cheap.
Losing Alpha.
Where did you get cheap kills? Get my kills. Cheap kills.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Oh, yeah. Cheap kills, chat. Cheap kills. Look at these cheap ass kills they get. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Cheap.
Taking A. A locked down. Enemy care package above.
Cheap kills, chat.
Spy plane established overhead.
Cheap.
Taking Charlie.
I really have to get cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Cheap kills. Cheap kills.
Losing A.
Cheap. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, chat.
Enemy took Alpha.
Did they beat you? Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, chat. Cheap ass
Losing
kills.
B.
Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Really cheap. Really cheap ass kills.
Securing A. Mission
You got
area
cheap ass
secured.
kills, kid.
You made
Cheap
Jay
ass
Shark
kills.
proud.
Fuck your going shit.
Fuck
Cheap
up,
ass
bro.
kills. Cheap ass kills.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
You're cheap, kid.
I got killed.
Cheap ass kills. Fall right next to you, automatically kill. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills.
Shut
And I mean
up.
cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. I mean cheap ass kills, kid. Sit there in the middle of the map and you automatically killed. Cheap ass kills, kid. And I mean cheap. Cheap
What
ass
the
kills.
fuck do you mean by cheap ass kills?
Cheap ass kills, kid. And I mean cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. And
Oh,
I mean cheap. Cheap ass kills. You garbage.
what is cheap kills?
Cheap ass
mean,
kills.
bro?
Cheap ass gun ship. Cheap ass kills. Cheap.
How old are you?
I'm 41 years old and I know you cheap, kid. Cheap ass
I don't
kills.
think he knows how to say anything else.
Cheap ass kills. I ain't gotta get cheap ass kills to get my kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Really cheap. I ain't gotta get cheap ass kills to get myself a kill, kid. Cheap ass kills. And I mean cheap. I don't have to get cheap ass kills to get myself a kill, kid. Sit there in the middle of the map and get kills and start just piling up in the back of the map. Cheap ass kills. I mean cheap. Cheap ass motherfucking kills. I mean cheap. Whole lot of fucking cheap. This is they kills you.
Cheap kills.
Cheap ass kills.
Cheap kill.
Cheap ass kills.
Cheap
And I
kill.
mean cheap.
Cheap kill.
Cheap ass kills. I mean cheap.
Hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Take the objectives. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Yeah, cheap ass kill. Cheap. Really cheap. So you beat me. Cheap ass kills, shit. Cheap ass kills. Like I said, cheap ass kills. How did he get 13 points automatically? Got cheap ass kills. Cheap. Really cheap. Fucking cheap. Cheap ass kills. How do you cheap? Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills on hardpoint. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Look at these cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Really cheap. So they beat you. Cheap ass kills. Look, cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, kid. You're cheap.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Cheap ass kills. So you beat you. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, shit. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Oh God, cheap ass kills. Cheap.
Hardpoint contested.
I gotta get cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Cheap.
Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint located.
I get cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Look at cheap ass kills again. Cheap ass kills.
We're losing the
Cheap ass kills. So they said they caught up. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Look at cheap ass kills. Cheap. They got cheap cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, so they beat you. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Pretty cheap. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. I mean cheap ass kills. So they beat you. Cheap ass kills. Cheap.
Friendly target. Weapons hold.
Cheap ass kills. You cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Pretty cheap. I ain't gotta get cheap ass kills, so I gotta kill. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, so they beat you. Cheap ass kills. I ain't gotta get cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. I would have to get cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. You're cheap. I gotta get cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. I already know how to get cheap ass kills. Get myself a kill in this game. Just say I beat you with cheap ass kills. I already know how to get cheap ass kills, kid. Say I beat you. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Pretty cheap. Cheap ass kills. These cheap ass kills again. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Cheap ass kills.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint contested. Contesting hardpoint.
Cheap ass kills. Look, cheap ass kills.
Contesting hardpoint.
Cheap ass kills. Cheap.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Contesting hardpoint.
I have to get cheap ass kills, kid.
Hardpoint lost.
Cheap ass kills. I gotta get cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, kid.
Hardpoint
Cheap
locked
ass
down.
kills. Cheap. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills.
We've lost the hardpoint.
So you beat me. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. So you beat me. Cheap ass kills. Cheap.
Hardpoint contested. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Contesting
Cheap ass kills. Cheap. I gotta get cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills.
We've taken the lead. Contesting hardpoint.
Cheap, kid.
Contesting hardpoint.
Cheap as hell.
Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint
Cheap
located.
ass kills. Cheap. Cheap ass kills. These cheap ass kills. How to get the cheap ass kills? Look. Cheap ass
Enemy
kills.
on strike
Cheap.
incoming.
Cheap ass kill. Look at cheap ass kill. Cheap.
Lost the hardpoint.
Really cheap. Really cheap ass kills. Really cheap ass kills. They beat you. Cheap ass kills. Really cheap, kid. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap, kid.
Hostile care package
How the fuck
inbound.
did you get killed? Cheap.
Enemy sentry turret detected
Cheap
in
as
the
hell.
AO.
They fucking killed. Cheap as hell.
Hardpoint locked down. Hostile attack helicopter inbound. Cruise missile inbound.
Really cheap, bro. Really cheap.
Hardpoint identified.
Really cheap. Really cheap, kid.
Secure. Hardpoint lost.
Really cheap. Really cheap kill. cheap.
Hardpoint contested. We've lost the hardpoint.
Keep kills.
We're losing the advantage.
Really cheap kills. So you caught up. Really cheap kills, kid. Really cheap kills. Really cheap.
Located.
How they get their kills? Really
Hardpoint
cheap.
contested.
Really cheap.
We're pulling
You
ahead.
caught up. I gotta get cheap kills. Get cheap kills.
Hostile artillery targeting active.
Really cheap.
Incoming artillery. Hostile target inbound.
I gotta get cheap kills, kid. How we doing to get cheap kills? Cheap kills, shit. So you beat me. Cheap kills. You're ready, kid. Cheap kills.
Artillery targeting detected. Hardpoint locked down. Artillery.
Yo, cheap kills, kid. Cheap kills. Cheap.
We've lost the hardpoint.
Why you catch up? Get cheap kills.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint located.
We gotta get cheap kills. Say I know where the hardpoint is, kid. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Cheap
This
kills.
isn't working. We're behind.
You guys wanna go? You get cheap kills.
Deploy napalm strike on my grid.
Cheap kills, shit. Cheap kills.
Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
Get cheap kills. Cheap kills, yeah. Cheap
Hardpoint
kills.
is secure.
Really cheap.
Contesting hardpoint.
Really cheap kills. Really cheap kills.
Taking the lead. Contesting hardpoint.
Really cheap kills. Cheap kills. Really cheap. So you gotta kill, kid.
We've lost the lead.
Cheap kills. Cheap kills. Cheap kills. And I mean cheap kills.
Pipeline inbound. Hardpoint identified.
Cheap kills, shit.
Hardpoint
That's the way they kill me.
contested.
Cheap kills.
Hardpoint lost.
Cheap kills, shit. Cheap kills, so they beat you. Cheap kills.
Hostile spray gun inbound. Outgoing pipeline contact.
Really cheap, man. Really cheap. Really cheap kills. Really cheap kills, shit. Really cheap. Really cheap. Really cheap kills. Cheap kills. Really cheap. Really cheap kills. Really cheap. Y'all motherfucker really cheap.
Sit-rep.
Really
Enemy
cheap
attack
kills.
helicopter inbound.
Really cheap kills, kid. Really cheap kills.
Cheap kills.
Really cheap.
Shut the
Really
fuck
cheap
up,
kills,
bro.
kid. Really cheap kills. Really cheap, kid. How you get every score streak? Get every score streak really cheap, kid. Really cheap. Really cheap, kid. You're cheap. Really cheap kills. Really cheap kills, kid. Really cheap. Really cheap kills. Really cheap kills, kid. It's really cheap. Really cheap kills. And I mean really cheap kills. Really cheap kill. Really cheap. Really cheap kills. 67 kills and I lost because they got cheap kills. 67 kills and I lost by cheap kills. But really cheap kills. Really cheap. Really cheap kills. Really cheap. Just really cheap, Chad. It's really cheap. Just really cheap. Really cheap. How they get every score streak? Really cheap as fuck. It's cheap. It's cheap as fuck. Every score streak hits you. Really cheap as fuck. Every score streak hits you. Cheap as fuck. This cheap. Motherfucker, cheap as fuck. This cheap. Cheap kills for a cheap person. Cheap kills. Really fucking cheap kills. Really cheap. For a cheap ass person. Every score streak hits you. Really cheap. Really cheap in this game. Really cheap. Cheap ass kills.
Kill confirmed. Training time's over. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, really cheap, bro. Really cheap. It's really fucking cheap. It's really fucking cheap how they kill. Really cheap. Really cheap. Not me really cheap.
We're losing this fight.
Really cheap, man. Really cheap. How you get your kills? Really cheap.
Pulling ahead.
Too fucking close!
Really cheap. Really cheap, kid. Really cheap. It's really cheap. How you get your kills? Really cheap. Really cheap, kid. Really cheap. Really fucking
Enemy
cheap.
spy plane inbound.
Really cheap. You're really cheap, kid. Oh, really cheap in this game. Really cheap. How do they get their kills? Really cheap. Cheap, bro. Really cheap. Really fucking cheap. No one can see you. Cheap ass motherfucker to get your kills. Really cheap. This fucking being cheap, kid. Getting cheap ass kills. Cheap. Really cheap. Really cheap, kid. It's really cheap. It's really fucking cheap. How you get your kills? Really cheap. Really cheap, kid. It's cheap. Cheap as fuck. Cheap. Cheap, bro. Cheap kills. Cheap. Look how cheap they getting their kills. It's cheap. Cheap fucking kills. Not me cheap fucking kills. Cheap kills, yeah? Cheap. Really cheap. You're standing right there, you all making kills. Cheap kills.
Enemy counter spy plane inbound.
Keep kills, shit. Cheap. Really cheap.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Really fucking cheap. So you gotta kill in the game. Real cheap.
Multiple enemy spy plane contact.
All they get cheap kills, kid. Cheap kills. Cheap. Really cheap.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Yeah, cheap kills, shit. Cheap. Look. Cheap kills. Look, cheap kills. Cheap. I to get cheap kills, get cheap kills. Really cheap. Really cheap kills. Throwing smoke over and over. Cheap kills, look. Shit, no? Cheap kills. Look at cheap ass shit, man. That's cheap ass kills. Cheap. You can't get a score streak. We don't have to get cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Really cheap. It's your fucking kills. Cheap ass kills. I mean cheap. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap. Really cheap. Really cheap ass kills. This cheap ass kills for a cheap ass person.
Victory's
Cheap
close.
ass kills.
Make the
Cheap ass
CIA
kills.
proud.
Look, cheap ass kills. This cheap ass kills. Cheap. So they beat you. Cheap ass kills. Really cheap. So you beat me. Cheap ass thing. Cheap ass kills. I have to get cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Look, cheap ass kills.
Sentry turret active.
Really cheap. Y'all motherfucker really cheap. How you get your kills? Really cheap, kid. Really cheap. Come behind me every time. Cheap ass kills. Look at cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills, kid. Cheap ass kills. Look, cheap ass kills. Get it. Guy standing still. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. And I mean cheap ass kills. Look at his kills. Cheap ass kills. I mean cheap. Cheap ass kills. Cheap ass kills. Motherfucker standing still. Cheap ass kills. And I mean cheap ass kills. I mean cheap ass kills. Cheap. I mean cheap ass kills. You say they killed cheap ass kills. I mean cheap. Really cheap, yeah? Really cheap. All the time come right behind me and get a kill. This spawn right behind me and get a kill. How do you spawn right behind me and get a kill? Cheap ass kill. It's cheap. Pretty cheap, Jay. It's really cheap. Cheap ass kills they get. It's cheap. It's cheap ass kills. nice kills. It's cheap. Pretty cheap. My last one, Chad. I get all.
Spetsnaz GRU, you have execute authority.
How do you suppress, right? Tell me, how do you suppress a middle play?
There's going to be a reckoning. Pull the hand. They're gone.
Man, just press the trash, bro. I mean, press the trash, bro. Trash.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
How do you sit there on your controller and sit there and get a kill? You can actually get a kill by sitting there. I gotta grind to get mine. You sit there and get a kill. You sit there and get a kill. Look, you sit there. Look. They sit there every game. Shit, man.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Neutralize cover.
Holy shit, man. Shit, man. Holy shit, man. Fuck you, kid. Sitting there, bitch. All you do is sit there. And you get a kill by sitting there. You get water by sitting there. I gotta grind to get mine. That's all you do is sit there, kid. That's so fun, just sitting there. That's so fun, how they get a win. So fucking fun, just sitting there. sitting there, kid. Fuck you. You sitting there. No, you sitting there. You automatic spawning next to him, motherfucker. That's so fun.
Turret destroyed by hostile action.
My kill.
Alright, bullshit.
Multiple hostile sentry turrets working your AO.
Contact down.
I'm sitting there. Fuck you, kid. No one can see you. I ain't on my side. No one can see you, Chad. Look. No one can see him, Chad. Fucking cheating, bro. Look how they even inside this look. You see that fucking hard scope and get you horrible.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Multiple enemy sentry turrets active.
Get in the fucking hard scoping, kid.
Hostile artillery
You're sitting there fucking hard scoping, kid. You're sitting there fucking hard scoping, kid. That's the whole thing. That's the whole gameplay is hard scoping, kid. Get in there fucking hard scoping, kid. No one can see you. You're sitting there fucking hard scoping, kid. You're horrible. You're sitting there fucking hard scoping, kid. And you spawn right next to him, motherfucker. Who you gonna kill?
Fuck you.
We're pulling ahead. Покажите им класс. Hostile spy plane established overhead.
You're sitting there fucking hard scoping, kid. You're sitting there fucking spawn prepping. And you're horrible at it.
Sentry turret active.
You're sitting there fucking spawn trapping, kid. You're sitting there spawn trapping, kid. Get your kill. You're sitting there, how you spawn, you get your kills. That's how you get their kills, by spawn trapping. You're sitting there fucking spawn trapping, kid. You're sitting there fucking spawn trapping. You get your kills. You're so horrible, kid. Sitting there fucking spawn trapping. Automatically spawn, you get a kill. That's so horrible, kid. You're horrible. Get it. Hang up your sticks. Like I got on my stream. Hang up your sticks, bro. Sitting there fucking spawn trapping like a bitch. Fucking spawn trapping. Baggy. Sitting there fucking spawn trapping like a fag. Fuck what you mean, bro? That fucking spawn trapping. Whoa, bro. I'm gonna get off shit. I'll be back. I will see y'all in a minute. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all a little bit. I gotta go on Twitch right quick, and I'll talk to y'all a little bit.